Now, Professor Andre Duvenhage, who is the Director of Research at Northwest University and joins us now via our video link. Prof, it's great to have you with us. Thank you so much for your time. There are a number of governance-related concerns in the Northwest, and since the ANC is holding their celebrations there today, it gives us an opportunity, I suppose, to hone in on some of them. As a start, I watched yesterday in a moment of irony as Ramaphosa's own convoy had to navigate a pothole-ridden road to try and meet with some of the traditional leaders that he was engaging with in Rustenburg. I mean, it's gotten to a point where the leaders of the party cannot deny what's in front of them.
Good morning, Ayanda and the viewers. Indeed, it is a situation where the Northwest Province is facing major challenges. And that challenges is related to infrastructural issues. It's about high levels of unemployment. I think the unemployment rate time ago was something like 52%, the highest in the country. We have seen municipalities falling apart. The most Article 139 interventions in all 9 provinces took place historically within the Northwest Province. But the problem is that the provincial government couldn't deal with these issues. The result is a lack of service delivery to the extent that the Human Rights Commission is in a report indicating that we have seen an undermining of the human rights of citizens in Northwest due to lack of service delivery and other related issues like corruption, nepotism, and so on.
Absolutely. In fact, you make reference to that report, the Human Rights Commission finding that 14 out of 19 municipalities in the Northwest are now violating residents' basic constitutional rights by failing to provide essential services like water, sanitation and waste removals, etc., etc. How do we reconcile that then, Prof, with how the ANC has continued to perform in the Northwest? In the last general and provincial election, I beg your pardon, yes, the ANC received a hammering, but they still managed to not only receive the lion's share of the vote there, but to remain in governance.
This is a very interesting contradiction we are experiencing. The general tendency is that when a freedom-orientated party, let's say a post-colonial party, is losing support, normally within 2 to 3 decades, the loss in support is more in the urban areas in comparison to the rural areas. And in the 2021 local elections, we have seen the ANC lost their majority in 6 out of 8 of the metropoles, and basically becoming more and more of a rural party. And that is one of the key explanations why the ANC has achieved about 57.73 support provincially in the 2024 elections. But at the moment, the situation is developing very negatively. And as you mentioned, municipalities are falling apart. People cannot get water. There's serious problems with sanitation. And in short, it is a province in decay. And what I am picking up is strong resistance at the grassroots level against the ANC. And I believe that the ANC is going to enter a watershed election, not only nationally, but also in a province like Northwest.
I suppose time will tell. National Treasury recently also freezing the equitable share to about 15 municipalities in that province because of things like persistent financial mismanagement, not passing budgets, etc., etc. I can't, and I'm only bringing this up, Prof, because I'm trying to figure out how the Northwest goes from where it's at to finally turning the tide in a context where even National Treasury doesn't trust some officials there to spend the money the way it should be.
we have a serious problem that there are major challenges of unemployment, poverty, lack of service delivery at the at the basic level, at the local level. But then we have huge finances coming from the top, and they are not spent in a proper way. So basically, the structures are not working, or the structures are not working to improve the life of ordinary citizens. And we have seen that a number of municipalities has lost their financial support coming from Treasury and other institutions due to lack of functional application of these finances. And this is purely indicating that the province is in a phase of decay. How to turn this around is going to be extremely difficult. I believe a starting point will be to bring about government changes and get new leadership on top. But then at the same time, and it will probably be coalition governments, then we need to align them in such a way that they can take proper decisions. I think that is a starting point. Then we need to rebuild the capacity on literally all levels, local levels as well as provincial levels. And I believe a part of the answer will be to link also to private institutions to support government institutions in delivering public services.
I wonder then what the leader of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa, says on Saturday to, at the very least, regain the trust of those who are, in some ways are pessimistic about the ANC's ability to turn the tide. But Prof, we're going to have to leave it there. Thanks very much indeed, as always, for your insights. Professor Andre Duvenhage, the Director of Research at the Northwest University.